I think faith has something to do with the character of the people who represent us.
The one thing that I knew is the difference between not knowing him, being cold, and being hot. Because we are hot for him on the inside. Amen?
And law should have a moral fiber to it, and our leaders should.
Let me ask you this hypothetical question. A healthy 30-year-old young man has a good job, makes a good living, but decides, you know what, I'm not going to spend $200 or $300 a month for health insurance because I'm healthy, I don't need it. But, you know, something terrible happens, all of a sudden he needs it. Who's going to pay for if he goes into a coma, for example? Who pays for that?
In a society that you accept welfareism and socialism, he expects the government to take care of him.
What do you want?
But what he should do is whatever he wants to do. You can't teach people how to be moral.
At one point, a man whose sign said he had Parkinson's sat down in front of healthcare opponents.
If you're looking for a handout, you're in the wrong end of town. Nothing for free over here. You have to work for everything you get. Good to know.
No, I'll pay for this guy. Here you go. Start a pot. I'll pay for you.
The most important thing is the First Amendment. The Congress shall write no laws.
Sanctity of Life Act that I have, which would solve all this problem and would have eliminated a lot of abortions by now if we'd have passed it, and we wouldn't need any amendment. It removes the jurisdiction.
My advice to him would have a major medical policy. I think faith has something to do with the character of the people who represent us.
Let me ask you some questions about faith, which is a tough subject to talk about. You have called at times this battle against terrorism a crusade.
Pray for our military. Pray for our military men and women who are striving to do what is right also for this country, that our leaders, our national leaders, are sending them out on a task that is from God. That's what we have to make sure that we're praying for, that there is a plan and that that plan is God's plan.
You've used a phrase that interests me, which is you said freedom is a gift of the Almighty.
It is.
And if you're the agent of freedom, or consider yourself so in this, does that indicate in your mind that the Almighty is on our side in some way?
Freedom was not placed there by the United States. It was, my judgment, it was placed there by something greater, the Almighty.
Do we all worship the same God, Christian and Muslim?
I think we do.
Does Abu Musab al-Zarqawi pray to the same God that you and I do?
I think they pray to a false God.
I think faith has something to do with the character of the people who represent us.
I'm all too aware of government's limitations when it comes to fixing things that are spiritual in nature. That's where prayer comes in.
I personally, this lowly person who seeks redemption I don't say you can be president without a belief.
At this hour, American and coalition forces are in the early stages of military operations to disarm Iraq, to free its people, and to defend the world from grave danger.
The main reason we went into Iraq at the time was we thought he had weapons of mass destruction. It turns out he didn't. What did Iraq have to do with what?
The attack on the World Trade Center.
Nothing.
Well, when God gave me his calling, when I received Jesus when I was 16.
I think faith has something to do with the character of the people who represent us.